Hello dear students, in this subject hydraulic engineering, today I will continue that chapter flow through pipes. Okay, so today in today's class we will discuss the total energy line, hydraulic gradient line and the pipes in parallel and series. What is this total energy line? Total energy line, that is the total energy head. Summation of total energy head means the line joining the points of total energy head is called total energy line. Like here, datum head Z1, pressure head P1 by rho G, here it is V1 square by 2G. So total energy head, summation of total energy head, okay, that is the total energy head. The points joining the line joining the points of this total energy head is called total energy line. Next is hydraulic gradient line. That is the hydraulic gradient line means it excludes the kinetic head from TL. Means it is the line joining the points of piezometric head, that is pressure head plus datum head. Okay, TL minus B square by 2G. Okay, this is HL, means it excludes the kinetic head. These are the properties of this TL and HL. TL drops in the direction of flow because of loss of head. Okay, so in the direction of flow there will be loss because the flow is real, so there will be energy loss. If there will be energy loss, total energy loss, then TL, obviously the TL, the line will drop in the direction of flow. HL may rise or fall depending upon the pressure changes. Depending upon the pressure changes in the pipe, then the HL changes. For uniform cross-section pipe, slope of TL and slope of HL is same. The slope, this slope, okay, the slope here, this slope actually is same as this HL and TL if the cross-section is uniform. This picture is not uniform. Okay, so if cross-section is uniform, means cross-sectional area is uniform, then the velocity will same. Velocity will not change and kinetic head will not change. This B square by 2G term will not change. So if this will not change, then obviously the TL and the HL slope will remain constant. There is no relation between the slope of EGL, or EGL means that is TL, okay, energy gradient line, or that is called TL, and slope of axis of the pipe. The slope of this axis of the pipe, this slope and this AGL or TL slope has no relation. Okay, so these are the about this total energy line and gradient, this HGL hydraulic gradient line. Remember, this TL or total energy line is same as this EGL energy gradient line. Okay, let's next is pipe in series on parallel. If pipe is in series, then how the head changes, how the discharge changes, so what will be the discharge and the energy head loss in individual pipes. Okay, for an example, here there is one reservoir here, another reservoir is here, there is head loss between this reservoir 1 to reservoir 2 each edge. Okay, and it is connected, three pipes are connected between these two reservoir, and these three pipes are connected in series. Okay, so first come to this pipe in series, pipe 1, pipe 2, pipe 3. Okay, three pipes are connected in series in between these two reservoir. So you can see here, in this, if it is connected in series, remember the discharge remains same in all pipes. Means total discharge is equal to this Q1, Q2 and Q3. If the discharge is passing here Q, then this Q1, Q2 and Q3 all remain same as Q. Okay, discharge will not change. Velocity may change, but the discharge will not change. And the head loss is different. HL1, HL2, HL3. The head loss of the pipe 1 and pipe 2, pipe 3 is different. And total energy, this head loss, total energy head loss is same, is equal to the summation of head loss of all the pipes. Means HL is equal to HL1 plus HL2 plus HL3. Okay, means in series the head loss is summation of head loss of individual pipes, and the discharge remains constant in all pipes. Okay, like here in this example, though in this pipe there will be first energy loss, that is the entrance loss. Here H and En is the entrance loss. then it is which is taken as 0.5 V1 square by 2G, and from this along this length, then there will be friction loss HF1 for F1 B1 L1 B1 square by 2G D1. Then contraction loss here from pipe 1 to pipe 2, there will be contraction loss, that is 0.5 B2 square by 2G. Then there will be friction loss for this pipe 2, that is 4 F2 L2 B2 square by 2G D2. Here will be expansion loss, that is this B2 minus B3 whole square by 2G. Then there will be friction loss, 4F3 L3 B3 square by 2G D3. Then in the last there will be exit loss at the reservoirs, okay, B3 square by 2G. Okay, these minor energy losses and the friction losses that already we discussed in the previous classes. Okay, so the total energy head loss is equal to summation of this all the energy losses. Okay, if minor losses is neglected, okay, just to simplify this equation, minor losses if you neglect, then it will be summation of only the friction losses for F1 L1 B1 square by 2G D1. Sorry, it is D1. Okay, D1. Then for F2 L2 B2 square by 2G D2, like this. Okay, and again if you simplify this equation, then if you take constant F value, means friction coefficient friction in all pipes is constant, then it is F1 is equal to F3, F2 is equal to F3 is equal to F. Then it will be more simplified. It can be more simplified. It will be 4F by 2G whole into L1 B1 square by D1 plus this L2 B2 square by D2, like this. Okay. So this is the final equation, a simplified equation of this pipe when it is in series. So next is equivalent pipe. What is equivalent pipe? Equivalent pipe is the pipe. Okay, there is 3 pipes. Let replace these 3 pipes with one pipe whose discharge and head loss is same as these head loss and discharge are these 3 pipes. Okay, means it is defined as the pipe of uniform dia having loss of head and discharge equal to loss of head and discharge of compound pipe consisting of several pipes of different length and dia. Like here, different length and dia of these pipes in series. Okay, if you replace these 3 pipes with one pipe of uniform dia, okay, I mean loss of head and discharge is equal to the loss of head and discharge of compound pipe. This compound pipe means this series of pipes. Okay, then neglecting this minor losses, this will be general equation, that is 4F1 L1 B1 square by 2G D1. So its summation will be the total head, and discharge of this compound this equivalent pipe will be equal to A1 B1 equal to A2 B2 equal to A3 B3, because Q1 Q2 Q3 all remain same. So B1 will be equal to 4Q by pi D1 square, B2 will be equal to 4Q by pi D2 square, B3 will be equal to 4Q by pi D3 square. From this this can be calculated. Assuming this F value remains constant, this coefficient friction remains constant, the total energy head can be simplified again, and it will be 64 FQ square pi square 2G into L1 by D1 fifth plus L2 by D2 fifth, like this. So head loss in equivalent pipe. We have replaced the these pipes with this equivalent pipe whose head loss is 4FL B square by 2GD. So here the velocity, if we put the discharge by area, which is pi by 4 d square, so it will be equal to 64 FQ square by 2G pi square into L by D fifth, and this will be equal to, okay, if we this H is equal to HL1 plus H2, like this, HL like this. So all these terms, okay, it will be summation for all these for all the pipes. So this term is common, 16 FQ square by 2G pi square, because Q is constant, F you assume constant, and G you know that is constant. So this constant value will cancel in both sides. So it will be L by D fifth will be equal to L1 by D1 fifth plus L2 by D2 fifth, like this. So this L is the length of this equivalent pipe and D is the diameter of the equivalent pipe. Okay, these are the individual pipes L1, L2, D1, D2, like this. This equation is called Dupuit's equation. Dupuit's equation. Okay. Okay. Next, solve one example. A piping system consists of 3 pipes arranged in series. The length of the pipes at 120 meters, 750 meters, 600 meters, and dia is 750, 600, 450 mm respectively. Transform the system to an equivalent 450 mm dia pipes. So you have to transfer this pipe, these three pipes, with an equivalent pipe with the one pipe. Okay, this one pipe with this diameter is uniform. Okay, 450 dia. Its dia is 450. So the length we have to calculate. It means the length of this equivalent pipe is you have to calculate. So if we apply this this Dupuit's equation, okay, here L by this D fifth, D is given 450, L1, D1, L2, D2, L3, D3 is given. So if we put in this Dupuit's equation, we will get L at 871.3 meter. The second bit, it is asking determine the equivalent dia of the pipe if length is given. If length is given but D you have to calculate, then again same equation you have to use, and if we put this L1, L value, okay, L1, L2, L3, D1, D2, D3, and D value we can calculate, that is 557.8 mm. Next, when pipe is parallel, okay, like in this figure, these two pipes are in parallel. So here the discharge is divided into two parts. Okay, so unlike in pipe in series where discharge remains constant, but here discharge is divided. Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. And when pipe in series, the head loss is summation of head loss of individual pipes, but here the head loss remains some constant in two pipes. Means HL1 is equal to HL2. Just opposite. Here head loss is constant and discharge is summation of these two in these individual pipes, but in series it is opposite. The discharge is constant, the head loss is summation of head loss of the individual pipes. Okay, so Q1 is equal to Q1 plus Q2, and HL1 is 1 plus HL2. These two equations are important for this pipe in parallel. So HF we know that we can put here. If we put here and if we assume this F1 is equal to F2, just to simplify, then it will be L1 V1 square by 2 G D1 is equal to L2 V2 square by 2 G2 D2. Okay. Let's next solve this example. Two sharp-ended pipes of dia 500 and 100 mm each of length 100 meter. Length is some constant. Okay. D1 is 550 mm and D2 is 100 mm respectively. Are connected parallel between two reservoirs which have a difference of level of 10 meter. Means your HL is given 10 meter. Okay. Friction factor is given. Friction factor you know that is 4 times coefficient friction. 4F, that is given 0.32. Okay. Calculate discharge of this pipe. Okay. Means total discharge we have to calculate. Okay. And the dia of single pipe 100 mm long, which would give the same discharge if it were substituted for two pipes. If you substitute this two pipe with one single pipe and the length is 100 meter, then what should be the diameter? Okay. So let's solve this problem. Let's see, there is two reservoir. Okay, it is connected with these two pipes which are parallel. Okay, pipe 1 and pipe 2. So pipe 1 diameter D1 is given, L1 is given. For pipe 2 D2 is given, L2 is given, and the head loss, okay, between these two pipe is 0.1 meter. Head loss is 10 meter. Sorry, it is head loss is 10 meter. It is given 10 meter. So I told when pipes are in parallel and the head loss remains constant for these two pipes, and here HF1 is equal to HF2. HF will be 10, HF2 will be 10. Okay, there is 4FL1 V1 square by 2 GD1. Well, if you put the value, 4F is as 30.32, L1 value if you put and D1 value if you put, it will be 32.62 V1 square, and V1 we can calculate. Similarly, Q1 we can Q1. Okay, P1 if you can calculate, then Q1 will be a1 V1, that you can calculate. And here HF2 HF2 is also 10. Okay, that is 4FL2 V2 square by 2 GD2. So if you put all the values, then you will get V2 as 0.78 meter per second, and Q2 will get as 0.00613 meter per second. So total discharge will be Q1 plus Q2. So So total discharge is Q1 plus Q2, which will be summation of these two discharge is 0.00721 meter cube per second. Come to the second bit. If you come to second bit, in second bit it is asking that another pipe is replaced with these two pipes. Okay, and the length of this replaced pipe is 100 meter. Only dia we have to calculate. Instead of these two pipe, only one pipe is connected, and that length is given 100 meter, and dia I have to calculate. So here the velocity, if the total discharge already you have calculated, so velocity of this individual pipe you can calculate this Qy area, and let d is the diameter of this this pipe, this single pipe. Okay, then it will be 0.00918 by d square. So hf is 10. Okay, head loss is given, that is 10. So hf is 4fl v square by 2gd. This should be actually small v. Okay, small v. 4fl v square by 2gd. So f is 4f is given, length is given of this single pipe, that is 100, and velocity is this value. Just to put this expression here, and 2gd, so which is 10. So d is calculated as 106.6 mm. Okay. Next, consider this example and to draw this TL and HL, total energy line and Hadley gradient line you have to draw. In this example, there is two pipe which is connected to this reservoir, and here pressure is atmospheric, here the pressure is atmospheric, to the open atmosphere it is discharged. Here the head loss, this height, the depth of this water in the tank is given 8 meter. D1 is given 0.515 meter of this pipe, and D2 of this pipe is given 0.3 meter. The length of the pipe 1 is given 25 meter, and length of the pipe 2 is this pipe is given 15 meter. So here we have to draw the TL and HL, total energy line and hydraulic gradient line. Okay. First we have to use the Bernoulli's equation to calculate this B1 and B2. This B1 and B2. That we don't know. Okay. Only if you can calculate the P1 and P2, then energy losses you can calculate. Total energy here it will start from 8 meter. Okay. Here total energy line it will start from here, but gradually it will reduce. The value will reduce towards this flow. So to calculate the energy losses, here friction loss or this entrance loss, here is the expansion loss, we need velocity B1 and B2. So for that we have to apply the Bernoulli's equation. Bernoulli's equation, you know, P1 by rho g, this is small w, P1 by rho g or w plus B1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by w, this is small w, plus B2 square by 2g plus Z2, okay, plus all losses. So here this is the atmospheric pressure P1 and P2, so we can cancel it, and V1 square, there is no reservoir at this point, we are considered at this point velocity is 0. So B1 is 0, only there is velocity here, B2. Okay, so Z1 is if at this point we were taken, the Z1 and Z2 is same. Okay, so that we can cancel. So 8 meter. Okay, sorry. Actually, we have to take at this point only. At this point, and this point. Here actually Z1 is this point. If you take Z1 is 8 meter. Okay. The head, that means potential head is there. Potential head or the datum head we can say, that is 8 meter. 8 meter is equal to this B2 square by 2g plus all losses. All losses means here there will be entrance loss, here there will be friction loss, here there will be expansion loss, here there will be friction loss. B2 square by 2g, okay, plus entrance loss plus HF1 plus HE, that is expansion loss, plus HF2, that is friction loss for the second pipe. So if you apply the continuity equation, one is energy equation, another is continuity equation. So here continuity equation, if you apply, then A1 B1 is equal to A2 B2, B1 will be equal to A2 by A1 and B2, which is D2 by D1 square whole square into B2, which is equal to 0.3 by 0.15 whole square by 2 B2, which will be equal to 4 times B2. So B1 is equal to 4 times B2. So till now we have not calculated this B1 and B2 value. Because here all losses are there in terms of this B1 or B2. So here, since we have not calculated this B1 and B2, we can express this equation, this energy equation in one term. It is written in V2 form. Okay, so these losses you have to write in V2 form. So in V2 form you can write this entrance loss is 0.5 V1 square by 2G and V1 is 4 V2. We can put here and we can get 8 V2 square by 2G. Similarly here HF1 we can calculate here, it will be 106.6 V2 square by 2G. HE, that is expansion loss V1 minus V2 whole square by 2G. We can put this V instead of this V1 4 V2 and it will be 9 V2 square by 2G. So HF2 is 4 FL2 V2 square by 2G D2. So like this, here you can calculate it as the V2 square by 2G. So all the losses we have expressed in terms of this V2 form. So here energy loss, same energy loss we are writing here again 8 equal to V2 square by 2G and all energy losses in V2 form. So it will be total will be 126.6 V2 square by 2G. So now we can calculate V2, that is 1.11 meter per second. Okay, so V2, so V1 will be 4 times V2, that is 4.44 meter per second. And the discharge will be equal to A2 V2, which is equal to pi by 4 this V2 square, pi by 4 D square, and V2 which will be 0.078 meter cube per second. Now it's time to draw this TEL. Okay, now we have got B1, B2 discharge we have got, and here we have to draw this TL and HGL. So to draw TL, so TL should start from this point. From this point, it is totally is how much? That value is given 8 meter. The depth is 8 meter, so it is 8 meter here. So entrance loss at sudden, due to this entrance loss, there will be sudden loss. How much is that sudden loss? That is 8 V2 square by 2G, which is actually 0.V1 square by 2G, but in terms of B2 if we write, then it will be 8 V2 square by 2G. So B2 if you write, it will be 0.5 meter. So at entrance here sudden loss will be there, that is 0.5 meter, means here the total energy will be 7.5 meter. From 8 it will reduce by 0.5 meter. Then from here to here, due to this friction loss, the loss will be gradual. The loss will be gradual from here to here. So total friction loss for this pipe 1 will be this 106 here we have expressed is in 106.6 V2 square by 2G. So it will be 6.7 meter. So from here to here there will be energy loss of 6.7 meter. And here there will be expansion loss, there will be sudden loss, there is 9V1 square by 2G, which is 0.56 meter. Remember here HE we have expressed in 9V2 square by 2G. So there will be sudden loss here 0.56 meter, and here for the pipe 2 there will be gradual loss due to friction, that is here V2 square by 2G. Okay, so here it will be V2 square by 2G, which is 0.12 square 126 meter. Okay, so here actually there is one mistake here, B2 square, it should be actually B2 square, some mistake here, B2 square. Okay, 4, it is B2 square by 2G. Okay, you have to see here it is 6, it should be B2 square by G, it should be B2 square by G. Okay, it should be V2 square by G. Okay, so if you write here V2 square by G, then it will be 0.126 meter. Okay, so after this losses, here there will be gradual loss of 0.126 meter. So from 8 meter the value will be lesser, here it will be 7.5, here it will be 7.5 minus 6.7, here it will be minus then again minus 0.56, here it will be again minus 0.126. Like this it will reduce. Then for HGL, you know HGL is the TL minus this kinetic head. So for this pipe 1 it will be 1 square by 2G, here it will be P2 square by 2G. So it will be TL minus whatever the TL value, from that the V1 square by 2G should be deducted, and V1 is 4.4 whole square by 2G, that is TL minus 1 meter. This value is 1 meter, so it is TL minus 1 meter. So whatever the TL value, 1 meter we have to reduce here. This will be 1 meter here. Here it will be the 1 meter. Up to here it will be 1 meter difference between TL and this HGL. And here for the second pipe, it will be 2 square by 2G, so it is 1.11 square by 2G, so it will be 0.0628 meters. So here the difference will be 0.0628 meter. Okay, so TL minus this 0.0628 meter will give the HGL value. Okay, so here this LMNOP represents the total energy line, and the ABCD represent the hydraulic gradient line. Okay, thank you so much.